African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation as of February 3, 2026. Tonight, in response to Ukraine's terrorist attacks on civilian targets in Russia, the Russian armed forces launched a massive strike with high-precision long-range ground and air-based weapons and attack drones against enterprises of the Ukrainian military-industrial complex and energy facilities used in their interests, as well as storage and assembly sites for long-range unmanned aerial vehicles. The objectives of the strike have been achieved. All designated targets have been hit. Units of the North Group of Forces inflicted damage on formations of a motorized infantry brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and a territorial defense brigade in the areas of the settlements of Taratutyno and Pokrovka in the Sumy region. In the Kharkiv direction, units of two mechanized brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and a territorial defense brigade were defeated in the areas of the settlements of Katne, Sosnovy Bor, and Verkhnaya Pisarevka in the Kharkiv region. The enemy lost up to 190 servicemen and 12 vehicles. 11 ammunition, supplies, and fuel depots were destroyed. Units of the West Group of Forces improved their tactical position. Personnel and equipment of two mechanized, one assault brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and a National Guard brigade were defeated in the areas of the settlements of Novosinovo, Gorokovka, Blagodatovka, Palomarevka, Petrovka, Grushevka in the Kharkiv region and Krasny Liman in the Donetsk People's Republic. Enemy losses amounted to over 180 servicemen. Two armored fighting vehicles, including a U.S.-made HMMWV armored vehicle, 14 vehicles, and an artillery piece. 2 ammunition depots and an electronic warfare station have been destroyed. Units of the Southern Group of Forces occupied more advantageous lines and positions. Formations of 2 mechanized, 1 motorized infantry, 1 airmobile, and 1 assault brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, as well as a territorial defense brigade, were defeated in the areas of the settlements of Belokuzminovka, Zakotnoye, Malinovka, Slavyansk, Kramatorsk, Reznikovka, Nikiforovka, and Konstantinovka in the Donetsk People's Republic. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost up to 135 servicemen, 2 tanks, 4 U.S.-made HMMWV armored vehicles, 13 vehicles, 3 field artillery pieces, including a 155mm M777 howitzer of American manufacture, and 2 ammunition depots. Units of the Center Group of Forces improved their position along the front line. Manpower and equipment of 3 mechanized, 2 Ranger, 1 airmobile, 1 airborne assault brigade, 1 assault regiment of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, 1 Marine brigade, and 3 National Guard brigades were defeated in the areas of the settlements of Dobropolye, Belitskoye, Grishino in the Donetsk People's Republic, Novopavlovka, Novopodgorodnoye, and Gavrilovka in the Dnipropetrovsk region. The losses of the Ukrainian armed formations amounted to over 385 servicemen, 3 armored fighting vehicles, 6 vehicles, and 2 artillery pieces. Units of the East Group of Forces continued their advance deep into the enemy's defenses. Formations of 2 mechanized brigades and 4 assault regiments of the Ukrainian Armed Forces were defeated in the areas of the settlements of Gorkoya, Novoye Pol, Starokranka, Vozdvizhevka, and Zaliznichnoye in the Zaporozhye region. The enemy lost more than 420 servicemen, 2 armored fighting vehicles, and 26 vehicles. 2 ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces inflicted damage on manpower and equipment of a mountain assault brigade and a coastal defense brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces in the areas of the settlements of Novoselovka, Novoandreevka in the Zaporozhye region, and Sadovoy in the Kherson region. Up to 65 servicemen, an armored fighting vehicle, 7 vehicles, 2 field artillery pieces, including a 155mm M777 howitzer of U.S. manufacture, and 4 electronic warfare stations were destroyed. operational tactical aviation, strike unmanned aerial vehicles, missile troops, and artillery of the groups of forces of the armed forces of the Russian Federation, inflicted damage on temporary deployment points of Ukrainian armed formations and foreign mercenaries in 149 areas. Air defense systems shot down a guided aerial bomb, a HIMARS multiple launch rocket system projectile manufactured in the USA, and 99 aircraft-type unmanned aerial vehicles. In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the following have been destroyed: 670 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 112,076 unmanned aerial vehicles, 649 anti-aircraft missile systems, 27,459 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,657 combat vehicles of multiple launch rocket systems, 33,721 field artillery pieces and mortars, 53,553 units of special military automotive equipment. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.